Leave of absence, Mayor Catherine Pugh recovering, and a brand new development in the growing scandal over the sale of her children's books.
Hello, everyone. I'm Vic Carter.
And I'm Denise Koch. The mayor says that she is temporarily taking a break from her duties to recuperate from pneumonia.
But just a short time ago, WJZ confirms yet another local organization wrote a check to the mayor for her Healthy Holly books. WJZ is live with team coverage. Paul Gessler is live at City Hall with a look at how we got here. Paul.
Well, Vic, according to published reports, you just mentioned it, we heard within the past 20 minutes or so, Maryland's insurance commissioner has announced his office will investigate donations to Pugh from the Maryland Automobile Insurance Fund, along with donations either directly or indirectly from Care First and Kaiser Permanente, all donating to or buying books from Catherine Pugh. The totals for Catherine Pugh's children's book sales now approach $700,000 from at least 7 buyers. $500,000 from the University of Maryland Medical System, $114,000 from Kaiser Permanente, and $80,000 collected from multiple places through the nonprofit Associated Black Charities.
It's $500,000 really influences a lot of people. And I think when money comes into play, people get a little bit crazy.
University of Baltimore ethics professor Fred Guy points to the conflict. All have done business through the state and city where Pugh wielded power. She sponsored and oversaw important legislation and funding measures surrounding the medical system on the Maryland Senate Finance Committee. Then, while mayor and a member of the city's Board of Estimates, she voted on spending millions of dollars in contracts awarded to Kaiser and Associated Black Charities. While Councilman Ryan Dorsey has asked the city inspector to investigate the Kaiser deal, Governor Hogan Monday asked the state prosecutor's office to open an investigation.
If a file hasn't been opened already, it seems inevitable at this point.
Former prosecutors and investigators say the possible criminal charges are beginning to stack up.
From potential tax fraud to campaign finance violations to perjury on these mandatory disclosures to old-fashioned bribery.
My goodness, $500,000 for purportedly providing 80,000 books. Quite frankly, I don't know of anyone that's found them yet. So then you ask yourself the question, well, did she also commit a felony theft crime?
Law and morality, law and ethics overlap sometimes, and I think in this case they clearly do. She is at least guilty of gross unethical behavior.
The mayor Monday evening announced a temporary leave, but multiple city council members, state officials, and experts are now calling for Pugh to outright resign.
We saw the uncertainty of not having a police commissioner for a year. Not knowing who the mayor is even worse.
I think she needs to come clean. I think she needs to step down. Clearly, she's not an ethical leader.
Here outside City Hall, Mayor Pugh's attorney Steve Silverman told us earlier today that by Governor Hogan sending that letter Monday, that is one of 6 ways an investigation could be opened. The state prosecutor's office, however, it should be noted, is not commenting on whether there is a file open on Catherine Pugh. For now, we're reporting live outside City Hall. Paul Gessler for WJZ.
Paul, thank you. Our live coverage continues now with Kimberly Eaton, who spoke with the city's acting mayor about what comes next for the city's top office. Kimberly.
And Vic, acting Mayor Jack Young, city council members, and several leaders from city agencies showed up here to drive the point that even now city government does go on. But the big question lingering in the background is who will end up in the city's top office.
A show of unity for a city in limbo. Inside Baltimore City Hall Tuesday afternoon, top leaders stood shoulder to shoulder to make a public promise that government will operate as usual, even as the city's top office is encased in controversy and lacking a permanent occupant.
I want them to continue to do their work while I do the work of moving the city forward.
For now, City Council President turned acting Mayor Jack Young says he will fill the role until Mayor Catherine Pugh returns from her leave of absence or resigns. She's reportedly battling health problems that coincide with the ongoing fallout surrounding her sale of a children's book while on the board of the University of Maryland Medical System. Calls for an investigation into her business dealings have turned into calls for her resignation.
I think that the city is going to have to face its next steps in continuing to move the operations of government forward when that happens.
Ahead of Tuesday's press conference, Councilmember Ryan Dorsey tweeted, "Pretty sure this leave of absence is only to allow Mayor Pugh use holding office as leverage while negotiating resignation terms."
I would rather that we were not in a state of limbo here. I'd rather that we were able to more promptly and swiftly move on and establish permanent leadership for the city.
But for now,
people want to see that their city leadership is still going to work. We can't be distracted by the things that are going on.
And acting Mayor Young says yes, he thinks the investigation into Mayor Pugh's business dealings should move forward, but that his focus is on running the city. Reporting live from Baltimore City Hall, I'm Kimberly Eaton for WJZ.